Okay guys, so I somehow lost the footage to both my intro and my outro, so here's my little intro, and if you want to see how I got this makeup look, keep watching. So for the base of my face, I'm going to be starting with this. It's like a glowy, it's a radiant perfecting primer and finisher. So it's just like, it's called the Illuminator, and basically it's just like a glowy base that I like to put on, like not even just for this tutorial, I like to just put this on anyways. So I just like to put on a little bit my forehead, my two cheeks, on my chin, and I just leave my nose because we're going to be putting a lot of highlighter there, so I don't think it needs any more glow. So I just do that first. Also, my face is a little bit red because I just put on my moisturizer, and usually when I put on my moisturizer my face tends to just go a little bit red just because I've been rubbing at it because my skin is quite sensitive. Also, the brush I'm using, it's a MAC brush. I don't know the number rubbed off, so we're just gonna, I'm not sure what number it is, but it looks like this, and I just blend that into my face. Nothing that exciting. So yeah, that's the first step I do before foundation. So for Ariana's looks, I've been looking up a few, and I think one of my favorite looks that she does is her like 7 rings look, which is quite pink. It's all very pink, just like her music video, like pink lipstick, pink lip gloss, pink eyeshadow, pink sparkles. And I'm wearing a pink jumper today, and pink is my favorite color, so I thought I would do the pink makeup look because it's just my favorite. Also, hope you guys are enjoying my hair because I love it so much. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the 7 rings pink makeup look, and yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and it looks like this, and this is in the shade Ivory, and this is medium to full coverage. So Ariana always has like a nice full coverage foundation on, so I am going to be using the most full coverage foundation I have. So what I like to do is I squirt a bit on the back of my hands, not too much. Also, this is shade Ivory. I am very pale, like very pale, so if this looks a little bit orange or like not my shade at all at the start, don't be alarmed because I'm going to be putting bronzer on, so it will look fine in the end. Just in case at the start it looks really brown or just not my color, it will get there, I promise. So now I have it on the back of my hand, and I'm just taking my Real Techniques buffing brush, and what I'm doing is I'm just putting it on, just putting it all over my face, just kind of like placing it on my face first. Yeah, so as you can see, this color is not too bad. See, a lot of my foundations are quite dark because I don't use foundation a lot. I usually only put foundation on if, why did my voice go so shaky? I usually only put foundation on if I'm actually like going to an event or I have an occasion that I need to wear foundation. Otherwise, I don't wear it on the day-to-day basis, and when I do wear foundation, I always have tan on for those events or occasions, so that's why they're all quite dark, because when I'm my like natural color, which is quite pale, I am like a shade Ivory or lighter, I'm quite pale, so that's why I'm always worried that my foundation's never going to match. But anyways, so what I'm doing is I am just kind of buffing it into the skin, so I'm just like patting it onto my face first. I'm not like, I know I kind of do circular motions sometimes, but never drag on your face because that's going to leave really bad streak lines, and it's just not really good for your skin just to always keep dragging it, especially if you wear foundation a lot. So once I'm done buffing it, I now go in with my beauty blender and I just get my mirror I just pat it in just so it leaves a flawless finish. So I have to always look in the mirror because I can't see anything with my viewfinder. Like, I can see, but I can't see the best. So yeah, I just go ahead and pat it all in. So once foundation is done, you're going to take the most full coverage concealer you have, because Ariana is all about that full coverage makeup look. So the most full coverage most full coverage concealer I have is the Shape Tape by Tarte, which is amazing, and all of this makeup is quite light, but I'm very pale. So as I said about 700 times, but what I'm doing is I am just doing triangular under my eyes, just like this, like I always do, And I'm using quite a lot of concealer just because the foundation was quite full coverage, but not as much full coverage as I wanted. Also, I like to put the concealer on my chin, and then I just like to do just up there, just to highlight all the points on my face. So then once I put that on, you guessed it, you're going to take your beauty blender and you're going to blend all of this in. So for setting powder, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Lock-It Translucent Setting Powder. So the reason it's the mini one is because I wanted to try it before I got the big one, and I haven't really gotten a chance to use it yet. So today's a little review on this as well. So I'm just going to tap some out onto the back of the lid. Can't even see what I'm doing. Just like this. I'm not going to use too much. I only really use it for under my eyes, but I'm also going to use it on my cheeks today as well. So then what I like to do is you take a dry beauty blender when you're using this. So I kind of just like stick to the same one. I still wash it, but as you can see, this is the one I use. So then what I like to do is I just press the beauty blender in the powder just to pick it all up, and then I just go straight under my eyes, and you basically just leave it there, and you can leave it there to bake. I see a lot of the beauty gurus say that, but I just do it so my concealer doesn't crease really, and it really helps. So I 100% recommend that. So once that is baking, setting, doing its thing, we are going to be using bronzer. So yes, I know my bronzer is literally empty. This is my favorite one, and I got it in Sephora, and I can't get it anywhere else. I mean, I can order online, but I haven't done that yet, so I know it's empty, but there's still something there. I have another bronzer, but this is my favorite one. It is the Park Ave Princess by Tarte. It's honestly so nice. It's like a mixture of a cool tone and a warm tone bronzer, if that makes sense. Like, it's not really like an orangey bronzer, but it's just a bit more cooler, if that makes sense. So the brush I'm using is the 101 Pointed Dome Fuchsia brush. It's basically just this like big fluffy brush. So I'm going to take my bronzer, tap that off, and we're going to go right above this line, kind of into the line a little bit, and do our bronzer. So once you're done your bronzer, which I know it's still not blended out, I'm going to be taking a big fluffy brush. So just take any big fluffy brush or just your powder brush that you have, and just going to sweep away the translucent setting powder that was under your eyes, just like that. And the brush I'm using for this is the Sephora Featherweight Powder Brush Pro. And then what we're going to do is wipe away what we had down here, and then for the last step we are going to blend. Okay, so now moving on to eyeshadow, I'm going to be taking my Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette, which has these gorgeous shimmers and quite pinky shades in it, especially over here. So I thought this would be the perfect palette to use. I'll also probably be using some shades from the Natural Love Too Faced palette as well. So the first shade I'm going to be starting with it's called Play. So you want to just, okay, it's not really focusing, there we go. So it's this one right here. So it's quite like a light peachy color. It's just to get started in the crease. Also, Ariana Grande's makeup, her like eyeshadow looks aren't very like, they don't look really difficult to do. They look quite natural, if that makes sense. So maybe like a bit of a crease color, and then like some shimmer, like a pop of shimmer, or just like even like an orangey browny shade in the crease. There's nothing like, it's not very difficult to copy. So this eyeshadow look is going to be really, really simple. So I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to put this peachy pinky shade in my crease. And also a tip when you're doing your crease shade, when you're doing it, you can kind of give your eye a shape, if that makes sense. So when you're doing your crease, see the way I kind of go out a little bit? Because Ariana Grande's makeup looks are quite easy to do. They always have a big winged eyeliner, of course, the signature Ariana Grande look. So what I like to do is kind of just bring my eyeshadow out with it. So I don't have like a circular eyeshadow base, if that makes sense. So I just kind of bring it out. I just kind of wing out the eyeshadow. It's not too noticeable, but it does make a difference. So once that crease shade is done, we're going to move on to another one. So now to add the more pinky shade to it, I'm going to be adding the shade Tickle, which is this one right here. And I'm going to take this very lightly because it is quite a dark pink shade. But if you go lightly, you can make it not so dark. So I'm just taking this, and again, I'm just going into my crease and I'm just kind of darkening up a little bit. So now that I'm done with the pink shades, I'm going to be doing my favorite part now, which is the shimmers. So the shimmer, you can use any shimmer you want, but make sure it's pink. So the shimmer I'm using, it's called Daydream, and it looks like this right here. I'm going to be just taking a flat brush and I'm just going to be putting that all over my lid. So once I put the glitter all over the lid, I'm now going in with a different glitter shade. It's more of a purpley, lighter glitter color, and then I'm just kind of mixing it with this even lighter shimmer. So just like go to town on the shimmers, because honestly can't go wrong with the glitter. So I'm just now putting that right here on the inside of my lid, and I'm just kind of blending the two glitters together like so. So now what I'm doing is I'm going back with this shimmer shade, so whatever shimmer shade you want, and what I'm doing is I am just putting that underneath my eye. So I am basically connecting the end of the eyeshadow on my eye, and I'm just bringing it under. The shimmer looks so nice. So we're going to add more and just put it under our eye. Once our eyeshadow is done, we are now going to be adding the most famous part of nearly every Ariana Grande look, which is eyeliner. So I am going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Amber Moon, I think it's called, and it's a eye pencil, and it's actually like a dark brown, and of course you can use liquid eyeliner, black, any color you want. I'm just going to stick with the brown, and it's a crayon because I feel like they're way easier to work with than liquid eyeliner pens, because I never have any luck with them. Like, I've had luck with them like once, so I'm going to stick with this one, and I'm going to be doing my eyeliner. Finished my eyeliner, and yes, it's very big and bold, but it's an Ariana Grande makeup tutorial, so what were you expecting? So once the eyeliner is done, I'm now going to be moving on to the eyelashes, which are also usually very big and bold. So the eyelashes I'm going to be using, they are from Sephora. Not sure of the name of them because the box downstairs. I don't want to hold them up because they're gonna fall. They look like this. They are the biggest eyelashes I have. One just fell. So yeah, I am going to put these on there. So once the lashes are on, we are now going to go in with our mascara, and we are going to do our bottom lashes, because although they're not that important, it really does make a difference. And when you're putting on your bottom lash mascara, make sure to also go over your own natural lashes and blend them in with the falsies. I'm now going to do my eyebrows. So I've actually only tinted my eyebrows today, so I don't actually need to fill them in. I think they look fine, so I'm just gonna brush them out and make sure they're nice and sleek. So now coming to the end of the makeup tutorial, I am now going to be doing lips. So for lips, I am keeping it pink. So the lipstick I'm using is by Ingla, and it's number 118. Don't know if you can kind of see that there, probably not. It's number 118, and it's just this gorgeous shimmery pink color, and I'm just going to be applying that. I'm not going to use lip liner because I don't usually use lip liner, so I'm just going to be applying that. So once I put the lipstick on, which is this gorgeous shimmery pink shade, I am now going to be taking my Ingla gloss, which was once clear, but I always use it over lipstick, so it's kind of turned pink. But it's just a clear lip gloss, and it says 29A on it. It smells so good. So yeah, it's kind of running out, but what I'd like to do is just put that over top, because Ariana usually has a quite glossy lip from all the makeup looks I see on her. Okay, so for the very last makeup step, I did not forget, we are going to be using some highlighter. So the highlighter I'm using is the Anastasia Amarezzi, yeah, that's what it's called. I thought there was something else on it. Amarezzi highlighter. It's just this really gorgeous gold shade, and I'm using the setting brush by Real Techniques, and I'm just going to be putting it on the top of my nose and down the bridge, Cupid's bow. I like to do highlighter last. I don't really know why. Just kind of finished off the look and put it on your brow bone, yeah, your cheekbone, and under the brow bone as well, just like so. Oh, also I have one more step. In the eyeshadow palette there is this really nice, it's a really light shade. Looks like it's a really light purple shimmer, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my pinky and I'm just going to put that in my inner corner, just like so, just like that. Looks very nice. I've seen Ariana Grande do that on a few of her makeup looks. So this is the makeup look done. So as you guys know, I don't have the footage for my outro, so here's a little outro voiceover thing. So this is the finished makeup look, and here's a little close-up. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below and check out my Instagram. Bye.